Trying to run through the 3-year-olds really quick for you. We acquired some horses. We're moving some 3-year-olds this week also. We're going to continue to rinse and repeat at that process for another month or so as we get our barn situated the way we want it heading into the fall. Our first 3-year-old is Admiral Dio. He qualified the other day, obviously coming back for another qualifier. I'd like to see a 1:56 from him. I know Harry and James were quite high in this horse. It's hard to tout a horse that gets beat 13 lengths in a qualifier, but Harry was very happy with the way he finished up. Keep in mind, I mean, this is all third-person information. I haven't seen this horse train fast once. But Harry said he really likes him. James said the horse has got some pop. He's schooled good. He qualified the other day. Let's see how he does in his next qualifier. Arson has been tremendous. Fourth, paced 48.4 in his last start. This horse is going to be a horse that we keep around for a while. You're going to see us keep him into his 4-year-old here for sure as he approaches those 4-year-old Kentucky Sire Stakes in Oak Grove and Lexington and Corbin of next year. Casanova Hall also fits a lot of stakes. That was brought to my attention. I think next week, he didn't get in on Wednesday, so I think next week we'll go to Dayton. I know he fits the Keystone Classic, but I'll think about it. How's that? I'll take the weekend to think about it. We don't have to enter him until Monday or Tuesday, so I'll worry about it at that point. Chime Bell trained good this morning. I went with her. We did a little vet work on her. She's in to go on Wednesday. Don't talk about Bruno's in the sale. That really shouldn't need to be explained that much. I talked about that in depth over the last 2 videos. Drebin, really excited to see what this guy's going to do. Aaron was really pleased with his mile the other day. Parked almost to the half and wins in 54-1. That's not an easy feat at any track. Certainly raced great at the Meadows. Flash Fly will be in to go next week somewhere, I believe. Don't think she got in to go at Northfield. I could be wrong. I looked quick at the list, but she'll be racing at some point there. George of the Jungle, a winner in 57. Nice to see him come back. Drew the 7-hole this week. We'll see what Brett has up his sleeve for that. I'm fancy like a winner at Yonkers, as we figured she would. I suspect somebody's going to find her really appealing this week, and we may end up losing her to claim her, but that is that. Not the end of the world. Insider trading this filly's fall. I'll map it out easily for you. We are going to race her throughout the fall. At some point, we're going to sell her likely as a broodmare prospect. This is a green shoe sister to JL Cruz. That's why we bought her, and that's what we will do at some point. I would like to get some wins out of her. Her 3-year-old season has been obviously completely disappointing, but she did trot 56 the other day and does look like she's coming around. We'll see how she races this week. Irresistible Sun, a little flat in Delaware, but the horse has been tremendous all year long. I don't think there's any issues with him moving forward. I think he'll be just fine. Just maybe a little flat the other day. Who did I jump over here? I jumped over a couple of horses. Gypsy Hill is going. He's in the sale on Monday, and if he doesn't sell, he'll be racing in Dayton on Friday. How did I jump over these? Hallie in the Clouds. I saw her on the track yesterday. She looked very good. Jogging will probably train her end of next week. We'll start training her. That's how I got to it. Okay, my apologies. I jumped over 2 horses, and now we're back to La Dorienne. She looked awesome in her last start. Very, very impressed with her. Ronnie thought she raced great. Very in-hand winner. So we'll see how she races this week. Lonely Lakewood is in to go tonight. Our boy Lakey. He's in tonight, and I'm going to race him race 6, I think. And we'll see how he races. Lover's Play is also in tonight. They're my only 2 drives tonight. Very happy that those are my 2 drives tonight. We'll see how Lover's Play races tonight also. Love and Affection drew the 8-hole, but we made a few equipment changes with her. I think she'll be much better this week, but from the 8-hole, I don't really know what to expect, other than I do expect a flat line. And I do expect her to race a little bit better than she did the other day. Marching 4th was awesome. Can't wait to see this guy sit behind him this week. We'll see how he races. If it's a Friday draw, we're going to have to wait and see what the horses drew in Dayton also, because I'm going to have to likely go from the Meadows to Dayton, stay overnight. I won't be in the Meadows on Saturday, more than likely. I will be in Dayton on Saturday. Now, if we have a ton of horses to race at the Meadows Saturday, then I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I may have to come back and go to the Meadows too. We'll see what's up when it comes to the end of the week for us. As I said, Mel Gibbs Swan. We had him almost ready to go. His leg was bothering him a little bit again. I just said, hey, don't poke the bear here. You got him almost ready, get him good, and then we'll race him. Whatever that is what it is. We're not pushing this horse over the edge. Memory and Imagination was very good 2 starts back. He was good in Kentucky. Trotted 53, 27 and a piece on the end of it, 28. He did what he could. Those I told you, it's a tough division. We draw 3, 4, get a ride up the inside. Who knows? You draw 9, tough spot. Somebody actually said, geez, I was certain you'd leave out of there. Listen, I'm an aggressive driver, but there's a fine line between aggressive and lunatic. And leaving out of the 9 hole with Memory and Imagination Kentucky would have been a certain demise. And I didn't think it was worth it. Mounts for All is going back to Ontario. I told you guys there's 4 horses going to Ontario this week. Mounts for All is one of them. I think he'll fit perfect anyway, right? When he does come back from Ontario, he's only got, 30,000 made. Puts him in the numbers of 2 and 30. It's a great spot for him to be in, I think, for the fall. And if by chance it doesn't work out, he's going to be fine here in Ontario, in Ohio or the Meadows. I think we're going to have a good fall and winter season with Mounts for All. Pickpocket is now back in Northfield Park. We're going to race him in Dayton next Friday. Purple People Eater is in to go Wednesday. I know Will, one of our partners, was asking, will she get a start? Are you worried about it? I know Will was awful worried about her being short all summer. It's not easy to have the horses good all the time, and it's tough to make decisions to race them, and then when they come up bad, it's always nice to give them a little break. Was she a little short in her last? She might have been. But I hope and suspect she'll get into the consolation now at the 5th. And we'll be able to have some fun with her throughout the fall. She's another filly, though, will be sold as a broodmare prospect, exactly like her sister Purple People Eater was also. Ready for Landing will be back in the end of this week. If he's not already back in, I think at the end of this week he comes back in. I might just take him back to Northfield for a little bit too. Jacob will be dropping off the yearlings. I suspect we can bring Ready for Landing back also, I would imagine. Really Don't Care will be in to go this week at Mohawk. A break at the gate the other day, which is a little rare for her. She's been good that way. So we'll see how she races next week. Sunset Acres Girl will finish up in Michigan, come back to Northfield, race in Maiden, and then likely be put up for sale. That's the plan with her right now. I do want to talk to Earl about that. Sweeney is in the sale on Monday for obvious reasons. We just have horses that are tripping over one another. It just made the most sense to have Sweeney in the sale on Monday. If he doesn't sell, he doesn't sell. Tenacious Hanover is in to go Monday. Now, we did draw blood on this guy, and we're not absolutely certain what happened with him his last start. We're going to see if there's something in the blood, and then I'll drive him this Monday, and we'll see what's going on with him. I know one thing. I schooled the horse by himself in 52 and 3, 53 at the Meadows before that consolation, and then the consolation he paced 51 following speed. I find it extremely hard to believe that the horse just got overpowered in 57 at Northfield, but we'll see next week. Time is on my side. I don't want to talk much about him. It's still really, really painful, the scratch from the jug, but we got the Keystone Classic coming up this weekend with him, and he is fine. Vehement, I trained Vehement this morning. I thought he trained good. We'll likely race him within the next 10 days. I was happy with him. And then Watch Your Mouth qualified free-legged the other day. Harry wanted to try and free-leg it. Cool. Fill your boots. That's fine with me.